Hey, what the heck are you thinking? Quit slacking off and get to work. Just because you have 3 months to live doesn't mean you can make excuses and be lazy.
What are you talking about? I'm not slacking off. I'm admitted to the hospital for treatment.
If you're going to die anyway, you better stay active. In your remaining time, work for me instead of spending it in the hospital for nothing.
How can you say stuff like that? You were worried about my condition and being sweet until yesterday. What's gotten into you?
You're being ridiculous, like getting inpatient treatment. It's an aggressive stomach cancer and you're not going to make it.
It doesn't mean it's hopeless. The doctor said there's a chance of recovery if the treatment works. Don't be so negative. I'd rather fight and survive.
You're only 27, and the disease is progressing fast. Nothing's going to save you. Face reality.
You really want me to be gone so badly, huh?
Assuming you'll leave me a ton of money, of course.
What a terrible thing to say.
Nobody wants to support a lazy bum.
We're married, aren't we? In sickness and in health? We vowed that at our wedding. I want to keep living together, so I'm determined to undergo treatment.
I don't want to be with you anymore. Who takes wedding performance seriously?
It sounds like you're saying you never loved me in the first place.
I married you because you were climbing the ladder and thought you'd be a great cash cow. I don't have an ounce of affection for you.
No way. Have you been deceiving me?
Yup, I've been acting for money ever since we teamed up with your company 5 years ago. I was darn good at it, wasn't I?
You helped me with work-related stuff, brought me snacks when I was working late. You even consoled me when my parents passed away. That's when I fell in love with you.
I danced in my head when I heard about their accident, thinking, bonus event. There's nothing easier than taking advantage of a vulnerable woman.
You bastard.
Just a little gentle touch and you totally fell for it like a fool. Delusional loser.
I don't want to hear anymore. I have a terrible headache from the shock, so I'm going to sleep.
Quit slacking. Go to work. You don't have time to sleep. Even if you have only 3 months to live, go to work and earn some money.
I've already completed the admission process and I'm in my hospital room. Besides, I've already quit my job a long time ago.
What? What are you doing without my permission?
The painkillers barely work, and the side effects of the chemotherapy are so severe, so I switched to hospital treatment. There's no way I can work.
Seriously? Is it that bad?
I've told you so many times, but you didn't listen, huh?
I thought you'd eventually get better until you got a terminal diagnosis. I just brushed off what you said.
Fine, I'll say it again. Just walking is painful and difficult.
It sounds like you might kick the bucket even sooner than 3 months. In that case, you better work your butt off.
Huh?
I splurged on you plenty before we got married as an initial investment. Don't expire before you even start paying it back.
All I got was Starbucks coffee. We always split the bill on our dates, remember?
Even the coffee I treated you to was worth $10,000.
Whatever. So there's not even a tiny bit of concern for me in your heart?
I'm more concerned about getting back the favors I gave you than your life. And I'll tell you, it's not just about the coffee. Above all, you were supposed to be single for life. I showed you, an ugly woman, the dream of marriage. Work 24 hours to repay that favor.
I told you I've quit my job, and even if I hadn't, it would be impossible.
You're a web designer, you can do freelance work.
Even if I could, after being told about your true intentions, there's no way I'd comply. You're truly the worst person. I can't believe it.
Is that so? You'll regret it, you know.
I'm considering divorce. Don't contact me anymore.
Whatever.
Although my life might end tomorrow or the day after, do I still have to go through with this emotional abuse? We've been married for 3 years. All the happy times we spent together were nothing but lies. I had spent a lot of time thinking I was going to fight hard and go back to my happy life with Jaden. Eventually, I wanted to have children. Above all, I didn't want to make him sad, and promised myself to make a full recovery. What was all that for? Tears streamed down my face without realizing it as I was chatting with him. I got all fired up about divorce, but in truth, I'm so shocked and speechless. My mind is completely blank, coupled with the pain in my body. And yet Jaden pushes me further into despair.
Hey, good news. I made arrangements to motivate you to work again.
I told you not to contact me, right?
Oh, so is it okay if something bad happens to your beloved dog?
No! What did you do to Leo?
I've hidden him somewhere.
I asked your mother to take care of him. Why do you have him?
When she was out shopping, I took him out with me.
Bring him back right now.
Nope, I'll be taking care of him from now on.
What?
However, if you get discharged and stop working, that is.
I told you I can't.
If you defy me, I'll be frustrated and take it out on the dog. He might get sick like you from the stress.
Don't you dare joke like that.
I'm serious.
Oh no, please.
It's a dog hostage situation. If you don't obey me, his life is in danger. You're gonna be gone soon anyway, so what's the big deal?
Don't be ridiculous. What you're doing is a crime. I'm reporting it to the police right away.
Even if I go to jail, it's just 18 months maximum for animal cruelty in our state. After all, it's just a thing, not a big deal.
It's a precious life, a part of our family. 3 of us have been living together since we got married, right? Played with him all the time. When I worked overtime, you took care of him and adored him.
That was all just an act to keep you in a good mood, of course.
OMG.
He stinks like a beast, he drools, he's messy, and taking care of him is a pain in the butt. A real nuisance. A crappy dog.
I can't believe you thought about him like that.
You really can't see through acting. You're a total idiot, aren't you? Maybe you're even dumber than the dog. Honestly, I've wanted to take that darn dog to the pound and call it a day for a long time. I won't show any mercy.
Stop it!
I'm the only one who knows where he is. If you report it or even talk to someone, do you know what will happen?
He's been my precious family member since I adopted him 7 years ago. He plays with cushions and scatters filling. And does a lot of mischief. He's a kind and gentle dog who cuddles with me when I'm down with a fever. I'm determined to get better and stay with him for a long time.
So what?
Don't you dare touch him.
I'm telling you, it's up to you.
Fine. I'll obey.
Here are the conditions. Immediate discharge yourself from the hospital. Work from home and hand $2,000 over to me every month. If it's even a penny short, I'll take the dog to the pound immediately.
Wait. Doctor won't allow me to leave in my condition.
It shouldn't be a problem if you tell them you want to spend your final days at home.
But even if I come home and try to work, I won't be able to. It's excruciatingly painful just to be awake. I can't earn that much. Lower the amount a bit.
So you're already deciding you can't do it before even trying, and you're willing to abandon our precious dog.
No! I'll do my best, but I'm just telling you there are limits. Even when I was in good health, earning $2,000 a month wasn't easy.
Oh boy, an innocent life's going to suffer because of you. It's a pity.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll make that much, please. Just promise not to harm Leo.
You should have just said that from the beginning. You annoyed me with all your excuses. I'm increasing it to $2,500 per month.
No way!
What? You got a problem with that?
No, I don't. So please take good care of Leo.
You're also banned from leaving the house, and no external communication for anything other than work.
Okay.
I won't confiscate your phone, but I'll install monitoring software later. If you do anything unnecessary before that...
I don't even know where Leo is, so I won't defy you.
That's smart. Oh, and don't forget to let my mom know that I'll be taking care of the dog from now on.
Got it. But can you please send his photo once a week? I want to be sure he's okay.
Ugh, that's such a hassle.
Please. If I don't know he's okay, I'll be worried sick and won't be able to work.
Well, if it boosts your motivation, I guess I will. I'll give you that much.
Thank you.
Good. Get to work quickly. Make a contribution to me as a wife during your miserable remaining days. I lost a grand playing card. I'm raising this month's payment to 3,500. You have no complaints, right? You're ignoring my messages, huh? Do you even care what happens to your dog? Ugh, this is infuriating. I'm so pissed. I'm taking him to the pound right now. I'll take a photo of him being locked up in a kennel and send it to you.
My daughter was rushed to the emergency room just now.
Daughter? Who's this?
Guess.
Ah, I see. You're playing, huh? Trying to run away because you can't come up with the money, right?
Not at all.
Stop the lame attempts. Dog's life is on the line.
So you've been threatening Sandra like this all along. What do you think of her and Leo's lives?
Are you gonna keep going? I'm dead serious about the dog.
Yeah, I'm coming for you good-for-nothing boy.
What the?
Cut it out or I'll report you to the police, you idiot. Do you get it now?
Well, I understood the first time, but why are you writing in my mom's native tongue? Sandra?
There's only one reason, you moronic son.
Is it you, Mom?
You finally figured it out, huh? Your brain works slower than sloth's limbs.
Why are you messaging me on Sandra's phone?
Right before she collapsed, she mustered her last strength and entrusted me with it.
So, the emergency's for real? Then why hasn't the hospital contacted me?
Apparently she had scribbled my number on a piece of paper and was clutching it in her hand. The hospital called me and I rushed over. I wondered why it was me, but seeing the chat history, it all made sense.
That jerk!
The note also said, "My phone, to mother-in-law." A nurse kept it and gave it to me.
What a sneaky trick.
You've done worse, lowlife.
What the?
Reading the text between you guys, I thought I was going to have a heart attack from how horrible it was. No wonder she chose me over you for the emergency contact. If you showed up, it would have made things even worse. How dare you push her to this point, you heartless monster.
You're making a big fuss for a little marital spat.
After all the threats and torment you put her through, you've got some nerve to say that.
It's just a chat on WhatsApp, right? You're talking like you've seen real life, but you haven't seen anything.
I don't need to see anything. She worked tirelessly as per your orders, even sacrificing her sleep. That's why she collapsed. I can't believe you made her, who's been given 3 months to live, work so hard without even allowing her to get treatment. It's inhumane.
Wow, you're being pretty harsh toward your own son. That's all just your speculation.
Would you acknowledge it if I showed you evidence?
Don't get all worked up when there's no such thing.
Did you forget that I have the spare key to your house?
Huh?
Right after seeing the chat, I went there and checked her room.
What the heck are you doing? I'll report you for trespassing.
You're the one who'll get reported, Jaden. She was secretly keeping a diary. There were details of horrific treatments she received from you.
Oh man.
He took away my medicine. If I sleep for more than 2 hours a day, he won't give me painkillers. Even if I have a fever and can't move, I'm not even allowed to drink water unless I do the chores. My whole body feels like it's constantly stabbed by needles. When I'm barely conscious, I wake up in agony after being shaken by him. Just reading it made me feel so much pain, and tears welled up.
God darn it.
I was preparing to take this evidence to the police when I received your message.
Ugh! If only I had monitored her more closely.
In the beginning, you quit your job and watched her constantly, right? But once you were convinced that she wouldn't escape, you left her alone. And you spent all your time at the casino, isn't that right?
She even had those details in her diary? She really is a snake. Nitpicking on everything.
Weren't you nitpicking too? Whenever you got home, you'd check the amount of painkillers and groceries. So even when you weren't there, she could only have water according to what she wrote. I have more than enough evidence to convict you.
Try turning me into the police. Who knows what happens to the dog? You used to dote on him too, didn't you? If you keep making trouble, I'll throw him away in an undisclosed location.
I really can't stand listening to you anymore. You're still saying these awful things even when I know the truth.
I'm gonna squeeze every penny out of her until the last second of her life. And when she's gone, I'll take all of her money and live the good life forever.
That's awful.
I won't spare anyone who gets in my way, even if it's my own mother.
You've been obsessing with money and valuing it all your life, but I never thought you'd have such a twisted mind.
Money rules the world. With it, you can get anything.
I hoped to raise you to be humble and modest. That's why I sent you to good Catholic schools. Where did I go wrong in raising you? I'll take responsibility too for my parenting failure and the pain it caused Sandra. So Jaden, let's stop this now and repent.
What are you talking about? I didn't ask to be born, but you had me on your own. I won't be swayed by your sob story. If you want to protect the dog, then forget about everything you read.
I've already made up my mind.
So that means you'll follow my lead?
From now on, you're not my son. I'll have no mercy.
What?
All the photos of Leo that you sent to Sandra every day, those were taken at the cottage Dad gifted you, right?
No, it's not related to that place at all.
Yes, I'm sure of it. Sandra probably didn't notice, but there was a doodle of a flower you made on the wall in one of the photos.
So what? Even if you try to rescue him now, I'll get there faster than you.
He's already been rescued.
What?
I'm not as dumb as you. I don't blabber on without a plan. Leo is safe and sound at my place.
You're lying. It takes a 5-hour drive from your place to there. You can't just easily get there. It's even farther from the hospital.
Sandra collapsed in the middle of the night yesterday.
Oh.
Based on her diary, it was clear that you were out all day gambling. So I investigated the house and Dad went to save Leo.
You mentioned her being taken to the hospital just a little while ago. I thought it was like an hour or two ago.
As you get older, an hour or 12 hours feels like just a moment ago. I'm sorry, I can't keep up with the sensibilities of young people.
You did it on purpose, didn't you?
If you had come home by morning, you would have noticed she wasn't there. Instead, you've kept your seriously sick wife confined at home and exploited her while you've been out having fun every day. It's beyond belief.
Who would want to go back to a house with such a gloomy old woman in it?
When I saw her in the hospital, she looked like a completely different person. So thin, and it brought tears to my eyes. But you...
Normally a mother would stand by her son. Why do you care about her so much?
Since she married you, she has been as important to me as you are.
Ugh, whatever. Well, if you're serious about going to the police, I'll just escape abroad or something. You guys can't chase me all the way, right?
You don't know when to give up, huh?
I still have some savings, and once I get her life insurance, I can travel the world and live it up. Haha. You still think you can get it, even after all the truths come out?
Are you missing the brain in your head?
Now that she's almost gone, I, her husband, naturally deserve it. Phew, it came sooner than I expected. What a relief.
Who's almost gone?
Huh?
Don't you dare assume such an awful thing, you moron.
Is it Sandra? No, it's just your acting, right, Mom? I won't be fooled anymore, haha.
If things were going to turn out like this, I should have rejected you when you proposed under the cloudy sky saying, "The moon looks beautiful."
It's the real deal, huh? Mom said something about your last strength, so I thought
I was done for too. But then my deceased parents appeared in my dream. They screamed at me while clenching their fists above their heads. "You can make it. You can still overcome this. You need to keep living." They were so loud that my ears hurt even across the rainbow bridge.
What the heck?
Thanks to them, I woke up thinking, how overbearing.
Are you serious? Aren't things supposed to be more emotionally touching?
My parents were like that. No matter how tough things got, they lived cheerfully, always turning it into a joke. I used to be like that too. But with the illness and dealing with you, I've become a completely weak person. Thanks to them, I've snapped out of it.
Ugh.
I'd believe that maybe I just keep getting bossed around by you until the end, but my parents and in-laws helped me in my dream and reality. With a wonderful family of 4 people and 1 dog, there's no way I'm going to let myself be beaten by illness. And a jerk of a husband.
You sound to have suddenly gotten all lively.
We're getting a divorce. Be prepared for a reimbursement of the living expenses you squandered. And I'll be sure to collect for all the abuse I've suffered. Brace yourself.
You think I'm going to agree to that? In your dream, I'll disappear immediately.
Oh, but before that, there might be an arrest for the daily verbal and physical abuse against me. It's a good thing I got into the habit of keeping a diary and photo evidence. Now that I think about it, it all started when I imitated my mom as a child.
Come on, listen, I'm going to escape overseas. I'm already on my way to the airport.
If you want to escape, go ahead. But you know...
What now?
If the law can't touch you, I'll chase you down no matter where and make sure to roast you alive. That's what your mom says.
Do you really think I'm going to be scared by her?
She's holding a lighter, looking like a Saturn. It's a pretty convincing threat.
Jeez.
Are you really not scared?
Well, if she spotted even one cockroach, she'd never give up until she'd taken it down. But no way. I doubt that she's going to chase me all the way overseas. She couldn't possibly. No way. I'll be fine.
All your inner turmoil is written out here, you know. You're clearly freaking out.
Shut up. There's no way I'm losing to her. I'm going to live it up for the rest of my life. Living abroad, gallivanting around, with the insurance money from my crappy wife.
Since I'm still alive, you won't get a single penny.
Oh.
You've been squandering your money away at the casino. I doubt there's that much left in your savings. Have you checked your balance?
I just looked at my account on my phone, and there wasn't even $1,000 left.
How would you live it up with just that? You'd burn through that on plane tickets and accommodation, wouldn't you?
All right. I've made up my mind.
What? Realize that running away is impossible and now you're thinking of saying, sorry, let's start over? Well, if you do, I'll double the alimony. So forget about any sweet ideas of apologizing and getting forgiven at this point.
Don't get ahead of what I want to say.
I'm done here. I'll leave everything to your mom from now on. Goodbye.
Sandra, wait!
Now, you reflect on everything you've done while waiting. My former, useless son.
Mom, I'm still your son no matter what. And stop talking to me like I'm some kind of criminal.
You're not caught yet, but you're destined to end up behind bars. In my family, there's only my husband, our daughter Sandra, and our dog, Leo. You're just a cockroach in our house.
That's harsh, treating me like a pest.
I'll thoroughly exterminate you, and ensure you never see the light of day again. If you think you can escape, give it a try. I'll chase you to the ends of hell. It's my responsibility because I brought you into this world.
Both you and Sandra are really worked up. Let's calm down and talk. It's better for all parties that way, isn't it?
No discussions. Prepare yourself.
Oh God, I'm definitely getting the heck out of here.
Beagles have various uses for their sense of smell. Afterward, he received a good scolding from my mother-in-law and was taken to the police. He was arrested for domestic violence and sentenced to prison due to the severity of the charges. We divorced while he was in prison. I filed various claims totaling around $100,000, including alimony. As for what happened to him afterward, I asked my ex-mother-in-law and she told me. Through an old acquaintance's connections, I sent him to a developing country. He works almost every day without much rest, and his entire salary is used for alimony payments. He may be surviving on the meager food. It's a consequence of his own actions. I'm impressed by her thoroughness. As for me, surprisingly, I'm recovering from my illness. My attending physician even called it a miracle. I'll continue to focus on my treatment and make the most of the remaining life that's given by my foreparent.